miscommunication, over and undersharing, glamorizing online personas, misuse of information, vulnerability, lack of nonverbal cues. These are the topics we'll try to cover when answering the question, what are the challenges for establishing a level of trust that supports relational self-disclosure? I am your first panel speaker for Group 3, Dominic Sutter, and I will be covering the subtopic, miscommunication. I'm sure you have sent a message and had it completely misunderstood. I manage an on and offshore development team. Every so many years, they send a director offshore to meet his team. This was my year. Unbeknownst to me, my offshore team told my onshore team how much I like spicy food. Being a class of interpersonal communications, you can recognize that the term spicy in India and America has a completely different meaning. To Americans, spicy means hot, like salsa or peppers. In India, it means lots of spice. So in a 2-week time, I ate lots of spicy food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They kept feeding me all the spicy food. And the team there did not let me off very easy. It was a challenge for them to try and feed me all the spicy food. Somewhere during my long and exhausting 24-hour trip home, I messaged my wife, Kim, telling her that, after all this spicy food, when I get home for dinner, all I wanted was a cheeseburger. Somewhere during that message, my iPhone, with a stupid autocorrect, must have messed that message up, and it rewrote that and sent her something along the lines of, whatever we have for dinner tonight, I don't want a burger. You can imagine my disappointment when I got home and she just had this big spread of Mexican food on the table, and I got home and all I wanted was a cheeseburger. As you can see from this story, the invention of social media has made both communications and miscommunications easy. Miscommunications can create issues, unneeded anxiety and frustration. When talking about miscommunication, the cause can come mainly, but not limited to, from 2 areas, nonverbal cues and ambiguity. I will leave nonverbal cues to our last panelist, Danielle, and dive a little deeper into ambiguity. Ambiguity refers to messages that can be interpreted in multiple ways due to lack of tone, facial expression, or context. For example, in short reply, fine. Fine could be taken as fine, like, oh, that's great, or it could be somebody being upset. Sure can be enthusiastic, or somebody could be reluctant. Wow, great can be genuine, or somebody could actually be sarcastic. Thanks could be actually being thank you, or they could be cold. So K could actually be okay, or it could be somebody actually being very passive aggressive. Some ways to avoid ambiguity could be using things like emojis or extra words to help clarity or your expressions. I think this changes from generation to generation. I know my kids give me a hard time because I lack some knowledge of some of these internet acronyms. I thought when you texted TOT, it meant texting from the toilet, rolling her eyes. My daughter corrected me quickly on that one. I guess that's not what that means. One significant issue with miscommunications on social media is that they undermine trust. Over time, minor ambiguities and misunderstandings can escalate into full-blown arguments. I'm sure you can remember a time when a misinterpreted message resulted in a heated argument. I bet in hindsight, you may even have handled it a bit differently. Or how many times have you seen a post on Facebook or Snapchat and read it that it was about you or something that wasn't it about? I have a friend who shares random memes at odd times, and a group of us would text back and forth wondering who it was about or if we'd done something bad or something to make them mad. We finally concluded that this person just liked to stir the pot even once in a while. It's crazy to think that people out there exist in the world with just the purpose to cause anxiety with other people like that in social media. It's just human nature when our messages are misunderstood. We feel exposed, judged, and ridiculed. Feeling like this would make anyone withdrawn and not want to share in the future. With that, I will pass on to the next panelist, Stacy, oversharing and undersharing. Thank you.